friends, buddies, colleagues, and relatives are all part of our life. We cannot prosper without social interaction. We need support, encouragement, and love from our social interaction. On the contrary, we've heard disturbing statements from some of our leaders. As a result, Zambia has produced a new school. We can call this school the Faculty of Bootlickers under the Department of Muzunguani. On this week's episode, we're going to study this school and how it dangerously affects the Zambian macroeconomics. I was forced to shut down my own firm some few years ago because I was also a victim of betrayal by my buddies. Believe you me, that experience was painful. The people I once believed we shared the same goal of growing my firm to international status stabbed me on my back. And I only realized that for the 5 years that I was running the growing firm, all along these colleagues were flashing plastic smiles whilst behind my back, their desire and campaign was to grab all my clients and all my employees. After one client blew the whistle because he was more humane and believed in my dream, told me how advanced their plan was and how much revenue these backstabbers had stolen from my firm, it was too late. That was learning my lesson the hard way. They say the greatest and most dangerous enemy is most likely one probably close to you. They will show you smiles, love, hugs, give you presents, and even lick your boots. But they are busy sharpening their knives and waiting for that perfect opportunity to bring you down. I learned that the game theory by the Princeton mathematician John Vaughan was not coming from outside competitive firms, but was right within my radius. Most of you watching this presentation have experienced this in one way or another. Some enemies will send agents inside your organization who will pretend they love you, but they've been sent to destroy you. It can extend to your friends, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, even your husbands and your wives. These can be bribed, and some can even sign contracts, which are matured when they finally strike. Others can call this the inside job. The unfortunate part of this is that it's not easy to know whom to trust. I remember one wise man told us that you shouldn't trust anyone on earth apart from God alone. Who knew that the president of the largest opposition political party in Zambia, the UPND, would one day be betrayed by two close friends of his who sat and dined with him, Canisius Banda and GBM? We have numerous examples of Delilahs and Judas Iscariots. Marcus Brutus, who was a beloved friend of Caesar, had to betray him. Donna Marina the traitor, she was the harlot who betrayed her people to the viciously cruel Spanish conquistadors. Benedict Arnold, Marshall Patain, the list is endless. We live with betrayers, we sleep with them, we eat with them, we laugh with them and work with them. The common phenomenon is that all betrayers bring down productivity and hinder economic advancement. And all betrayers have never lived a successful life or career. A related hypothesis is that personal interaction facilitates the communication of sentiments. If we study and calculate this hypothesis, it can help to explain how interpersonal relations can be a source of value and productive perception of sentiments. It is critical for us to distinguish between social interaction and economic interaction in our workplaces. This is a major reason why many firms and governments are performing poorly. This is also evident in various governing systems in the third world. Individuals tend to use state resources and offices for social interactions at the expense of economic interactions. Scrutiny in public offices and the type of social interactions should be a prerogative. But this can only be possible if leadership is in the exemplary driver's seat, a situation where a blind driver is forced to drive and wants to rely on the passengers to move the bus is extremely hazardous. Newsdiggers of 23rd March 2020 by Julia Malunga reports that Prince Akashambatwa Mbikusita Lewanika says that just like UNIP and MMD, the PF has betrayed the people by going back on certain promises they made about enhancing people's freedoms. He says young people should rise up and fight for a better country because his generation is too old to contribute to governance issues as they used to at one time. He was speaking at a stakeholders workshop organized by Human Rights Commission in Mongo recently. He also said, nobody should be harassed, whether you agree with them or not. End of quote. We are often too dumb to realize that some people usually get attracted to us, showing us that fake love, and some can even lick our boots just because we have acquired some wealth, money, and high positions. But the moment we lose these positions, these chaps disappear and enjoy laughing at you the loudest and leave you alone in the dark, cold, as if they were not the ones who were ill-advising you after all. Zambia needs serious managers, leaders, presidents who don't replace economic interaction with social interaction. Leaders who are intelligent, leaders who won't rely on the intelligence of their friends because they are not ready to take up leadership positions and responsibilities. Leaders who put the interests of the majority Zambians before their own interests, because at the end of the day, a true leader sacrifices for his people. A true leader is sober and upright and will not rely on the falsehood expressions from his bootlickers and the backstabbers for us to have a growing economy for the great nation of Zambia.